Darling Harbour.
More than 800 age group competitors lined the shores of Darling Harbour shortly after dawn. They would be a part of a world first. Never before in triathlon has there been an indoor transition area. One of the huge exhibition halls now housed more than $500,000 worth of cycles. At one of the most picturesque venues in Australia, and it was the perfect curtain raiser. We started at Sanctuary Cove in January with the first race of the Nike Sprint Series, and now it's time for the finale here at Sydney's Darling Harbour. The 4 races so far have been a tremendous success, with world champion Greg Welch winning the last 3. The series crown should be his today, barring a major mishap. With Miles Stewart deciding to miss the final race, Welch only needed to finish to take the prize. But as world champion, he has too much pride for that. Nothing less than 4 wins from 4 starts would do. There is an air of invincibility about Greg Welch these days. From the sprint distance of the Nike Series to the Ironman, he is one of the best in the world. Again, it will take a mammoth effort to beat him. Without Stewart, it will be up to Shane Johnson and Spot Anderson to push the world champ early. They start with a 750-metre swim in the protected cove of Darling Harbour before sprinting into the exhibition hall for the changeover and then through the streets of Pyrmont for the 17-kilometre bike leg. The series finishes with a 5-kilometre run, taking in the foreshores of Darling Harbour. A brilliant morning in Sydney provided the perfect backdrop as Spot Anderson leads the swim. Into the transition, though, the lead was barely 15 seconds. Welch and Johnson giving chase. Johnson has been one of the most consistent performers in the series. He knows the need to push hard early, with Welch only seconds behind. The now famous war-painted face of Spot Anderson dictated terms, but it wasn't long before Welch also had a share of the lead. McKeely Jones was third out of the water, but by lap 1 of the bike course, she had already set up a solid break. It now seemed only a flat tyre could rob Welch of another victory and the series crown. He led into the bike-to-run changeover.
Okay, what a spectacular finish.
While Spot had the unenviable task of chasing Welch, McKeely Jones had a similar lead over Bianca van Woesik. Within the first kilometre, Welch extended his lead. Back in the field, the big mover was Tim Bentley. He would claim third. In front of a huge crowd, Welch took the series prize of a $10,000 world trip and then gave it to his mum. You've done it in style, mate. 4 wins out of 4 to take the series. How do you feel?
Oh, pretty bugged. Yeah, I feel good though.
bit dirty in the swim, but, you know, I knew that before we started.
You didn't have Miles here pushing you today. You virtually just had to finish to take the series crown, but you pushed it pretty hard out there.
I push hard regardless, mate, you know. I don't care who's in a race.
McKeely Jones joined Welsh with her 4th win of the series.
I had a great time out here. It was a little bit rough on the bike, but I still had a good bike out there, and I just slowed down a little bit on the run and just waited to see where everyone was.
But it still wasn't enough to take the women's title from Bianca van Woesik. Another second, sealing the series by just 4 points. The series crown, though, to Greg Welsh with a perfect score on adjusted points. Stewart and Johnson filling the minors, while Van Woesik's big first-round victory giving her enough points to hold out Jones. During the past 3 months, the Nike Series has taken us to the Gold Coast, Melbourne and Sydney. We've had the privilege to see some of the best in the world in action, as well as joining the newcomers to the sport as they took the challenge. To round off the series, we'll leave Sydney's darling Harbour with some memories of a great summer.
Well done, Warren Sim, bringing us right up to date with that Nike Sprint Triathlon series. It's been a wonderful series. Well done to Greg and Bianca. Greg's got a real problem later in the year with the World Championship and the Hawaiian Ironman just 1 week apart. I think his heart wants to go to Hawaii and try and win the Ironman Championship, and common sense maybe tells him he should be defending his world title. It's a pity, it's poor programming. He is faced with a real problem. After this break, we talk to one of Australia's rising stars in sport, Todd Woodbridge.